Hi, this is Cynthia Ortiz. These are the Charles Perry Stalker Podcasts. It is May 1, 2023. Let me do the disclaimer real quick. So everybody knows I have traffic court tomorrow, and I requested discovery. The officer's body cam, the officer's dash cam, a list of times I've been pulled over in the last 6 months, and the policy on duty to intervene and the taking of domestic violence complaints. And what I ended up with was only 2 of those. That would be the body cam and the dash cam. Now, the dash cam shows the guy just sitting there waiting for me, which we've said would probably be the case. I hadn't seen it yet, but I said the guy was waiting for me. So Mr. Perry wanted me pulled over. I got pulled over like 7 times over a couple of months. It was like 4 or 5 in just a few weeks. Remember, he's trafficking women. The witness said he finds women who are divorced with kids, puts hidden cameras in their homes, broadcasts them all over the dark web. He'll go in when they're not home. You can get a locksmith or somebody to let you in, I guess, or could pay the maintenance guy a little something, or the landlord. Install the cameras, broadcasts us all over the dark web, sells watch time. Then he is a sex sadist, so he likes to ruin us. Plus, they traffic. Women are easier to traffic if they have nothing left. So these are women who have kids at home, a job, a family, they have a house or an apartment. They're doing good. They're taking care. Everything's stable for the children. All of a sudden, he'll blow their life up and start to deteriorate it and tear it apart till there's just nothing left. So he'll get them fired from their job while they're being broadcast over the internet. The guy said he gets off on making women upset. He's a sex sadist. He'll get them hysterical. The words he used were, he likes to get women hysterical so he can go rub one out. I'm quoting the witness. He will make it sure they don't find another job. A lot of times they'll spoof a website. So you think you're applying for a job at Target online on their website, and you're hitting Charles Perry's spoof site. All you're doing is filling out a form on his spoof. You're not actually applying for a job with Target. So you never got a call back. And you're like, what's wrong? I mean, why? I shouldn't have a problem getting a job. And he'll badmouth you to your relatives. He'll badmouth you to your coworkers. They start really getting in your mind. They try to work your head and kind of take down your confidence level. You can't find another job. You lose your house. Then he has the ex take the kids away. And then they'll take your driver's license, personal documents, then come and offer you a beautiful home in Houston with a realtor. You can work at his real estate firm, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. It's all fraud. It's all con game. It's all, and so while you're being broadcast and they're making a lot of money off of your body without your consent and your property and your light bill and your electricity and a lot of times even your internet service, they're making you broke. They're starving you so that you have nothing left. And then when some guy comes around and these men are watching us online and they're shopping, they're window shopping, and they'll pick who they want to buy. Then they sell people. So in America, if a dog is found not to be cared for properly, they're not eating, it's not, owner's not feeding, that you can go to jail, but not if you starve a person. You can, but human traffickers like Mr. Perry and his club of weirdo are getting away with all kinds of shit, and even murder in the first degree. They get caught, they start trying to kill you. They've tried to kill me about 4 times. So they wanted to, I was working back at, first of all, I have help. They kept telling me we were either going to pull you over. I mean, there's like a whole fucking album on this. Right here. I mean, this is a whole damn album on all the times they were recorded talking about having me pulled over. So everybody knew. So if you have all that and then all of a sudden you're pulled over in about 7 times, they're really he sold me to this realtor in Houston, took half the money up front, is waiting to deliver me to get the other half. They wanted to have me arrested for some bullshit that I didn't, nothing to it. The same as they did before. Smear me all over the news. Make me sign a lie affidavit that Charles wrote. It's his lie. Saying that, I made up some stuff and I'm so sorry, blah, blah. Like, all these aren't true. All these aren't real. The cops have them, Mr. Perry. There's more than one jurisdiction of law enforcement. 40 guys from various jurisdictions. They've got these. They've heard them. I've heard them. There's a judge granting investigatory orders. He's heard them. I mean, I typed this up from somewhere. And so somebody has the actual recordings. We understand you put the word out. You'd pay a lot of money to get them. Nobody's calling you back. You know what he said? I'm going to say it one fucking time. Give back what you took from her and get the hell out of her life. Or I'm going to do it for you. She's not to have her privacy invaded. You're not to contact her or her family ever again. And she's not to be broken, have to ask for money. You give back what you took and you get the fuck out. That was in response to Mr. Perry's threats. I'm going to starve you until you lie, and then a bribe. We have a really nice house for you in Houston. Enticement. And the guy pesters and menaces and threatens and harasses and bothers and pesters and threatens and harasses and bothers all fucking day long. The other bit of information that these police officers gave to me is that he has Huntington's disease that causes hallucination, delusion, paranoia, psychosis, and impaired cognitive reasoning. We think, because I've screamed and yelled for years in these podcasts, get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me. And get the hell out of my life. And he'll be caught doing something beforehand, like what he had planned out at Sensations over the last 4 to 5 weeks. They've tried to do this. And the cops tell me, and I don't go. So then I'm broke. Now they're mad. Basically, he said, you take something from her, I'm going to take something from you. That's criminal justice. You kill somebody, they take your freedom. You take a life, they take your freedom. You take something from her, I'm going to take something from you. I'm going to use it to take your freedom. I told you to stop. So we think that because of this disease, he really may, honestly, not understand certain words, like Bruce Willis had dysphagia. Couldn't understand certain words. We think he doesn't understand the word don't, no, negative words like that. Because I'm screaming and yelling. I know about the affidavit. I'm not signing it. There's people saying that with this girl, it doesn't go right ever. When he pesters her and takes her money, things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. She finds out before, then our plans blow up. Normally, we'd have the chick trafficked, the affidavit signed, and then she's dead. You know, everybody should know this. Whatever affidavit is not my words, it's Charles's words. I'm not going to sign it. I only sign my words. If he has something to say, he can say it. I'm not going to sign what he says. I'm not lying. He is. I've got a lot of evidence to back up what I'm saying. Dates and times. I knew Mike Neely was drugged before anybody else said it. I emailed the Florida State's attorney and said he was drugged. He didn't get a full tox. He didn't get a full tox before he was given Narcan. I didn't say that. I said he wasn't given a full tox. We don't know what was in him, but I can tell you this: he didn't do this murder. He got the wrong guy. And that was in March 2020. Well, depositions of first responders were not taken till May. Guess what they testified to? He was found drugged and unconscious and in respiratory distress. He was knocked out cold, but not from being hit. He had symptoms of being overdosed with drugs. We gave him Narcan. He came to. He was combative. People who are overdosing on opioids, when they're given Narcan, they get combative. It like jolts them back into life, into their bodies okay again. So, and he wasn't tested while he's in the state of being unconscious and in respiratory distress. That's when we need to see what his blood looks like that made him be in that state. He's tested later at the hospital after he's already been given Narcan. His condition is now altered. So is the blood. So is the evidence. He suffered the degradation of his evidence. So I was right. I can't change. I'm not going to lie about that. That's not a lie. That's the truth. Stuff like that. Well, we had that before. You did it, and you knew we had it. You did it anyway. What am I supposed to lie about? I wouldn't lie for you anyway. I'm not going to participate in your criminal activity. So I'm screaming that and yelling that yesterday. And what he does is types in my phone today, if you sign the affidavit, you can have me after. Wow. How many years have I been screaming, I don't want you, get away from me, get out of here, get away, get out of my life. So what kind of person with this in their minds, what's going on in their mind, that they know you've said that for years, over and over and over, day after day after day after day, and they're telling you on bait when they know good and well you're the bad thing that happened. You are not invited to Oklahoma. I came to Oklahoma to get away from you and be with my family. Nobody invited you here. I didn't introduce you to my family. I would never have taken you around my family ever. You didn't come up here because somebody asked you to come up here. You just butt in, intruded, broke in like a home invader, tore everything up, and now you're telling me to get out of my house, raped me. And I said, no, I'm sorry, you're the invader here. I'm fixing to kick your balls up in your brains. Get the fuck out of my home. You're the bad thing that happened. You're not, you didn't come up here and become a ray of sunshine and made everybody's life better. You've made everybody's life hell. We have an easy time getting information because of it. And so when somebody, they've heard you say this day after day after day after day, and their response to that is, they know you don't want them. They know you don't want them, unless they can't understand the word don't. If they're having a mental illness or a mental impairment due to aging disease like Huntington's, or a degenerative disease like aphasia, like Bruce Willis, when you say a certain word don't, it doesn't register. They can't understand the word. They don't know what the hell you just said. So it's possible, because why would you respond so inappropriately? For years and years I'm saying, no, she's not supposed to know about the affidavit, because normally we'd have a girl trafficked by now. She signs the paper. We do the false arrest. We sit her down and go, you're going to sign the paper. No, I'm not going to sign the paper. Yeah, you are. Because it's here. You can rot. If you want to get out of here, you're going to sign the fucking paper. Extreme duress. Make you do it against your will because they put unbearable pressure on you. It's jail or you sign my lie. That's what their plan was. Had my whole family there. Then he signed a forged marriage license to get access to my financial stuff 4 years ago. Lucky Miller told me about it. This is Lucky Miller too. We got tired of being asked to pull her over. We have real crimes to solve. We don't want to be used to harass her. Okay, so we've got this whole pullover thing. I mean, we've talked about it, so I mean, we couldn't believe they still did it, because it's like, well, you're already caught planning it. You're already caught talking to them about it. I mean, even this past week, this morning we heard him saying, we want to, I'm sorry we didn't get her pulled over this weekend. So they were going to try again this weekend. After all this, we got traffic court. They're trying to, interfere with court processes by doing it again. And TPD just couldn't get to it. And they would find out where I was from my Dasher app. Have my buddy call in an order, so I know she'll be driving down XYZ Street at 8 p.m. And, you tell us when she hit, and so I'm driving down XYZ Street and here comes a cop. That's illegal. That's illegal. It's entrapment, and you know that. So they had, so we heard them, that was recorded this morning. You take something from me, my guys are going to take something from you. All the stuff they're taking is to take your freedom, so that you can't hurt people anymore. You can't traffic women anymore. So, I mean, I'm screaming and screaming. We get the fuck out of here. Get the hell out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get away from me. I'm not signing shit. Get the fuck, how can the very next day you tell someone, and typing it in my hacked phone, by the way, this is the same person that types in my phone, you're violating my civil rights. Oh, Jesus, wow, you are off your nut crazy. You really are fucking just off your nut crazy. So, Why? How do you get from all that screaming, get away from me, I don't like you, we can get intel because people hate your cruelty and hate you and your creepy problem, and how do you go from that to the very next day? If you'll sign the affidavit, you can have me after you sign it. Do you see what I'm saying? This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. And, I mean, we're all tired of dealing with it. We're all sick and tired. I'm not his family. I'm the victim of his crime. I'm not his family. I'm not anything. And here's my disclaimer. Okay, I'm going to show it real quick. I got other shit I got to get to. Other shit I got to get to quickly tonight, and I don't have a lot of time. So, I mean, this is what cops are supposed to do. Okay, get this. Yeah, everybody's heard my deal with the TV show Clarice, right? The TV show Clarice is one of my favorite shows. I love her. I mean, it's like she's my little sister. I mean, I can't even explain it. This one here. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but this guy here is like a Wago hillbilly something. He's running prostitution out of his home, pretending he's helping women who are on drugs. The sheriff is not doing anything really, I guess. So she's confronting him, and he says, "Sheriff Rowan, he's my bitch." Well, guess what the officer's name that pulled me over? Rowe, Rowe. Rowan. I mean, I'm like, really? I mean, you guys are that crass? I mean, watch this.
Come to watch TV?
It was on. Playing a lot of stories about you. They can't get enough of you.
What the hell is she doing?
She's telling us where she is.
You pull her out now.
I can't. Her HT's off. Let's go back.
You have a line of sight.
Negative. No visual.
I can picture you sitting here, relaxing at night.
You thinking about me?
You remind me of someone. My father. My daddy. He was a sheriff.
Sheriff? You must have adored him.
You bet I did. He died before I left home for good. Now he used to take me for root beer floats. I'm the soda jerk who made them. He was not a kind man. I wonder why I chose to be around kids.
That's why I chose to be around kids.
Maybe. Hadn't thought of that. There was this one time we found this neighbor boy crying because of the soda jerk's meanness. If there's one thing my daddy couldn't stand, it was someone who picked on folks weaker than them. I told the boy to come inside with us. And when my daddy, sheriff, walked into that store, the soda jerk cowered. He got small.
How did that make you feel? Seeing the power your daddy had?
It was intoxicating. Though I didn't have that word at the time. How does it feel when your people, your women, give themselves over to you?
It feels intoxicating. You know, I understand your daddy. I've dedicated my life to helping my girls. It makes me feel, like your daddy felt, I guess.
You're not getting it.
We say that about Perry and his whole crew. Do you not know you're caught? Do you not know I've told everybody you typed up an affidavit and you want to false arrest me to force me to sign it because you know there's no other way? You forged a marriage license And to cover that up 4 years after the fact, you want to do a fraudulent photo shoot with my family to make it look like I was into this wedding bullshit of yours and that I consented. You're caught. You're not getting it. We already know. Most women don't know they're trafficked before they're trafficked. You're caught. You act like you fucking don't know. Like you don't have any idea. I'm not signing the fucking affidavit. It's your words. You sign it. Those are not my words. If you're going to threaten and coerce, that's a whole other crime. The reason I know about the affidavit is because you got cops investigating you that told me about it. Chief Miller told me about the forgery. People don't like you. You're not getting it. There are other men in my life that have power to get what you just said. You're not getting it that you're caught. And so his response is, he repulses me. His response is, you can have me after you sign the affidavit. We're all like, the fuck? We're all like this. We're all like that. The fuck? This guy. We're all looking like that. When he types that in my phone.
There was just one time we found this neighbor boy crying because of the soda jerk's meanness. If there's one thing my daddy couldn't stand, it was someone who picked on folks weaker than them. I told the boy to come inside with us.
That's how these guys are. They're chivalrous. They do not like people like you picking on somebody weaker, women. Although I beg to differ that I'm the weaker one.
And when my daddy, Sharon, walked into that store, the soda jerk cowered. He got small.
How did that make you feel? Seeing the power your daddy had?
It was intoxicating. No, I didn't have that word at the time. How does it feel when your people, your women, give themselves over to you?
Feels intoxicating. I understand your daddy. I've dedicated my life to helping my girls. It makes me feel, like your daddy felt, I guess.
You're not getting it. You're the soda jerk.
Wait now. Chase.
Other men remind me of my daddy, Sheriff Rowan. He has that kind of walk, that kind of power.
Sheriff Rowan, he's my bitch. The officer that pulls me over is Rowe, R-O-W-E. That's so crass.
Use it to hurt you, to punish you.
You didn't hurt me. Ain't nothing without me.
He's the lawman. He has the walk.
Beats me, Johns. I pay him. He's my bitch.
Come on, look at it. Everyone says that Rowan is the big dog. The locals say it. How Magistrate Cotton says it.
Because Rowan needs to believe that. I let him believe that. All those nitwits down in government, Jefferson Cotton, McGeary.
Gary, wait, which one's he?
The whole damn courthouse, girl. I'm the big dog. They're mine. You don't talk when I am talking.
She did it. She got every crook in the courthouse.
And whatever.
So we get every crook in the courthouse. Anyways, so the, Mr. Perry's just, he's a bag of vomit to me. And every day he asks me, who's telling on me? Like he actually thinks I would help him with that. Why the hell when he's in jail, I have my privacy back. I'll never be broke again. I won't have to, I won't have somebody trying to fucking ruin my life and cause one problem after another where I gotta drop everything I'm doing and go deal with, this. So, what I told the officer I mean, I said I can sting up anybody, and I fucking mean anybody. I'm really, really good at it, and 6 years in a strip club, not one slip up proves that. I came out with a shit ton of evidence, and then I went back for 5 weeks, and I got even more, and they still didn't get a slip up. And then, they for the last 5 weeks, they've been trying to do another false arrest, sit her down, you stay in jail or you sign our lie. And by the way, do the wedding photo shoot so I can cover up my forgery of 4 years ago, 4 years after the fact. Now I want to cover it up. And then we're going to ship you off to Houston, where you can have this really nice house, suck a couple dicks, and then we'll kill you. Because if you really think that they're going to have me sign a lie and then let me live, you're off your nut. You're as crazy as he is. Because they're going to always be afraid I'll pop up and say, they made me do that. They made me say that. They made me, it's the mindset, the mental illness is squirting out the guy's ears. He reeks of delusion. Why would you ask me every day for years who was telling on me? Knowing you're not, I've never answered that question. I have zero motivation to answer that question. You're a bag of vomit, and you're telling me after you sign the affidavit you can have me. What the fuck? You are something. You are nuts. The officer tells me, I'm telling him this is domestic violence, basically. I mean, we've made the accusation that they're violating my right to equal protection, and it's gender discrimination and misogyny, because you don't let a human trafficker go who's tried to kill you and then put somebody, the victim, in jail for taking her shoes off during a lap dance so she doesn't poke a hole in the furniture, and that's part of what they were going to do. They've also tried to frame me for a murder. I mean, Charles he types it in my phone. I got your DNA. We've got your mitochondrial DNA. We've got the witness statements. They don't just have them. We have them. It's not the same girl. Cynthia, the girl that did it's quite a bit heavier than Cynthia. We heard y'all talking about we can't even put Cynthia at the scene. Charles ran all her friends off. It's not like we can go to her friends and say, have you guys ever been to this location hanging out? I can't even do that. He ran her friends off. And he was told, what are you worried about that for? She's going to have a public defender. They won't think of that. Yeah, she solved Mike's deal, Lucky's deal. Have you met her? She'll think of it. The cop is telling me, on patrol, I can take, I can take calls like domestic violence and crap. And I'm like, okay, well, I made him say it twice. So in here I explained why I did that. It's not that I didn't understand him the first time. I want to make sure he understands his duties. So I put this in here. The officer repeated what he could do twice. So, I mean, I'm good at a sting up. I can sting up anybody. I sting up the Florida State's Attorney, too, in my deposition. It wasn't a deposition. It was a sting up. This wasn't a pullover. This was a sting up. This is corruption. This is a corruption investigation. That's what human trafficking involves, corruption. What do you think we're doing here? Why do you think we're getting this information? And then tonight, you take something from me. They take something from you. They're about to take your freedom. They're going to use all that to take your freedom. You're told, leave me alone. You were told repeatedly, fuck off and leave me alone. Her privacy is not to be invaded. You don't contact her or her family in any way, shape, or form, directly or indirectly, ever again. She's not to be broken. Have to ask for help. Just period. You're going to do it or we'll do it. Here's what we can do. You're talking about these posts. She can say it's mere puffery if you're going to call this an ad. If you don't want her to call it mere puffery, then don't call it an ad. We heard that conversation. We'd be having a very different conversation right now had she just parked one garage over. Heard that. It's a corruption investigation. People hate your guts. You got leaks. Nobody likes men who pick on women to feel tough. You take some from me, they take some from you. We're taking information to build the criminal case against you. This is part of it. I told the guy, the prosecutor, it's part of it. It might conflict with it. It might build it. I mean, we'll just see. I asked him. I did give him. Here's the thing. I did give him an opportunity to tell me this was a mistake. Let's ask for a continuance, and I'll get you the information. I said in my email this afternoon, or about mid-morning, I guess, would you like to ask for a continuance so that you can get me the rest of the discovery? Or did you want a Brady violation? This is exculpatory. And I got nothing. Is that the same guy that said, what happens if I meet her? Is she going to inform me of my rights and tell me they're going to give me the dumbest attorney they've got if I can't afford one? So my Miranda is different than everybody else's. There's a big debate now on whether or not somebody could actually make the argument these days that they, something should be thrown out because they were not given their Miranda rights. Because you watch television, fucking everywhere is Miranda. If you've seen Lethal Weapon 4, you've seen Chris Rock say that. Giving Miranda rights says, if you cannot afford an attorney, we're going to get the dumbest one we've got just for you. CSI Las Vegas, CSI Miami, The First 48, everything on Discovery Channel, and Rizzoli and Niles, The Closer, Major Crimes, FBI. There's about 4 different FBI shows on CBS. Clarice is on CBS. She's read them. You got, what else do you have? You have Blue Bloods. I mean, so many cop shows where they fucking constantly slap cuffs on somebody, do the Miranda. Everybody knows Miranda now. It should be, I mean, we had that debate in my college class. Can you actually make the argument that something should be thrown out because you are not informed of your rights? To shut up. Any stupid thing you say and do can and will be used against you in a court of law. You can't afford an attorney, we'll get the dumbest one we got just for you. I mean, can you honestly, we can all say it in our sleep. So can anybody almost these days really make that argument that they don't know their rights? They weren't informed of their rights because it's on the fucking TV. I mean, I'm sorry, but I think if I was going to do an interview with somebody, that'd be the first thing out of my question. So, I mean, first question I would ask, so you watched Lethal Weapon 4? Yeah, who's in it? Okay, well, Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, Chris Rock. What about Blue Bloods? What about this show? Okay, cool. So do you want to waive or what do you want to do? Just like, I mean, you know your rights. You've seen those shows, you know them. I don't need to inform you of your rights. You already know them. I think that, it's just getting such common knowledge. You have the right to shut the hell up. I mean, Mr. Perry. Do I want you after I sign your lie? Why would I do that? I just got through saying I need you like I need a hole in my head, or like the Jews need Hitler. I mean, you should see the picture. I mean, okay, during the time when I'm pulled over, keep in mind I'm eating twice a week, taking a bath twice a week. They were literally trying to starve me until I lie. They still are, but not as bad. So, you're easier to coerce into something if you really need food. If they deprive you of food and shelter, what our guys have said, it's a witness tampering coercion type charge. The act is grand larceny with intent to coerce, deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce. You do that to a dog, you go to jail. Animal cruelty. So what's wrong with somebody that would do it to a human? Interference with commerce with intent to coerce. Interference with contracts with intent to coerce. We're going to tear your life apart till there's just nothing left. And then agree to be trafficked. And be a prostitute. Most women are prostituted out. And these days, it looks like a stage tip sometimes when it's actually money for prostitution. Anyway, it's laundered immediately. So, okay. So this is my Brady violation. He didn't get back to me, so I put it. It's a Brady violation. You have to the prosecutor has to give you exculpatory evidence. They can't just go, here's your body cam video. In the body cam video, what I was saying is I looked awful. I looked so beat down. I looked like a hag. Literally looked like a rag hag. That's how bad he has made me. You can tell it's taking a toll. My face looked bad. Everything looked, my hair. I looked like awful. You could tell somebody's abusing me. When you see me in the body cam, you can see it. I don't look good. I was even like, dear God, I look so bad. One of my friends that is helping me that told me what they just said. helping get all this information. There was another time in another, there was some other photo of me. I think I was trying to take a picture of food at a DoorDash delivery and accidentally hit the camera and it hit me. It took a picture of me. He got mad. He got so upset. And he goes, what in the fuck is happening to you? What in the fuck is he doing to you? Why do you look like that? I mean, he was had a hard time with the way that Mr. Perry's abuse is making me look. Because I don't look bad. You need to understand, Mr. Perry, people that have known me for a long time, people that really care about me, normal people that aren't sadistic and weird, are having a hell of a time with the way you're making me look. Because you just, you can't abuse. It's like when you find an abused dog that's not been fed, it's all scraggly looking, and somebody adopts it and cleans it up and feeds it, and it's a beautiful dog. Well, people aren't any different. So it's very disturbing to people close to me, friends close to me, that you have done this to me and made me look this bad. You don't give a shit. And we all get that. You made your point the first time you said that. The first time you did something. And the only thing you cared about is who told on me. So that's why we can get information. You take something from me, they take something from you. So tonight we get the conversation about the mere puffery. Did you want us to have that, sir? Did you want me to know about the affidavit? We heard you talking. She can't stay here and she can't go to New Mexico. That's not your concern. It's none of your business. It's none of your business. But here's the thing. It ought to scare the shit out of you that I know you said that. You take something from me, we take something from you, or the guys do. It's been that way for years, Mr. Perry. What do you think the McNamara email is? You don't know, do you? You honestly have no fucking idea what that is. What it means that we have that. What it means that we have your code words. Papa John's. You guys use code words for what you do. Human traffickers do. Why, so if you're talking on the phone, and you think it's a wiretap order, well, how do you think our guys got that? Papa John's means deliver the victim to the buyer. Hansel and Gretel is lure him to a certain location where you can do something crappy to him. Ratatouille is you take him to dinner, get personal information about him. Right? We don't ever just get taken to dinner. There's always an agenda. You send some guy to be all nice and all blah blah blah. Take you to dinner. Yeah. You know what? One time this guy comes into the club and he's like, I'd like to take you to dinner. No. I go, okay, sure. How about breakfast after work? You can just kind of hang out, and then after work, we'll go to the IHOP in Catoosa. And he was like, yeah, that sounds great. I said, there's a lot of cops hang out there. I really like it. It, makes me feel safe. And he goes, oh, I'm not feeling so well. I think I'll go home. And he went home. The dude bailed after I said, I go to IHOP in Catoosa where cops hang out. That was funny as hell. Mission accomplished, though. I don't go to dinner with guys I don't know. Once in a while, I've gone out with one of Perry's guys that I know they work for Perry. But these are people that I've already worked them over pretty good in the club for about 6 months or so, maybe even a year. They've been coming in, and I've gotten to know their strengths, their weaknesses. I know them inside, outside, backward, and forward. So when I meet them outside the club, I'm still working. I'm still getting intel. I'm not going to... That's what it's about for me. I don't know what the hell they think it is. They're trying to get intel out of me, too, sometimes. What's your address? Where do you live? It's snowing. I better pick you up. Yeah, I don't think you will. Anyways, I'm still thinking in a sting-on mode all the time. It's just at this point I feel like I know the guy, you could call it a target or the guy, whatever you want to call it, well enough to where I'm comfortable outside of that environment where there's a lot of people around. There's a bouncer, that kind of thing. I'm out, or I could go to an outside restaurant and I can still get what I want out of that person without it being dangerous. Does that make sense? Okay, I hope that makes sense. Anyways, all this stuff, Mr. Perry, you're fucking caught. You have to, all this here. Judge Kirkendall, you took something from us, we took something from you. She said, leave her alone for a couple weeks so I can rule out entrapment. Didn't she? This puzzle here, you take something from me, they got that to me in jail. All of this stuff, this is the McNamara email, that you took something from me, they take something from you. Because what he said is, Go be normal, dude. Go fucking be normal. Get a schedule and activities and crap. Like everybody else that we don't have to lie about or cover up. I said, no, I'm not signing your affidavit. I've told everybody you want to cause extreme duress to try to force me to against my will. That's a whole nother crime. Obstructing justice when they're going to use court proceedings. Remember, I said it very clearly, very specifically. Any criminal court proceeding that you're involved in or you have your hands in that's done illegally is part of building the case against you, dumb fuck. We've said it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Everybody hates your guts for what you've done to people. Me, Mike Neely, Millers, the people in Manford. I told you, I walk into a laundry room, all the laundry, laundry facility. Everybody, there's this group of people talking about what a weirdo you are, but they thought I consented. They were talking about me right in front of me. It's not normal to do this, blah, blah. And I'm like, they think I've consented to this, and I've never consented to this. Who told them that? Oh, gee, who could it be? Who could it be? You have to take a real Sherlock to figure out who told them that. You did. You want to take my driver's... You lied. Sir, I've never consented. I've never consented. You want to take my driver's license? See, you took something from me, they took something from you. And it wasn't up to you, was it? No. Princess, you feel pretty in that dress you wear. This is another cop that wouldn't do it. I have to go to the bathroom when she blows by. I'm not going to pull her over. I'm not being Sheriff Rowe, and I'm not going to be that guy, the bitch of a sex weirdo. Yeah, if that's the best you can do in your career in law enforcement, you're in the wrong... quit and go work for Charles. He pays good, I hear. Just go work for him directly. I mean, I don't think... do you want me to say TPD is systemically corrupt? Or do you want me to blame the one guy? He's corrupt. They're not all. This guy wouldn't have said that. If he's TPD, he may not have been. He may have been Broken Arrow or Jinx, since you seem to like calling them too. Or Bixby. So we're talking about it, and they still try to do it. And I guess this morning, he told somebody, maybe Matt. I guess Matt said, I guess I'm getting complained about for wanting her address. And the guy said, well, if she needed your address, she'd have to hire a PI. So, yeah, it's kind of inappropriate for you to call us. Wanting us to pull her over and get her car information and get her address and all that. Maybe you had to hire a PI because you're doing this for your own personal thing. You're using tax dollars, taxpayer resources for your personal bullshit. So maybe you got to rethink that. Because, yeah, you might have some people complain. It's probably going to rub people the wrong way. Not so well, Matt. We did try to pull her over all weekend and just couldn't get to it. Yeah, maybe it's like this guy. I got to blow. Why do they want me to do that to her? Another guy said he wants her to sign this affidavit. Yeah, she knows about it. Yeah. The fuck? How did you find out about that? You take something from me, the other cops, they'll take something from you. To build a criminal case and take your freedom. You're taking my privacy. There's not 5 minutes a day Charles isn't bothering and pestering and threatening and menacing. What is there a charge? Malicious menacing? He does it all fucking day. Ask him to prove he's doing anything but that. So why would I want you, bag of vomit? Oh, sign the affidavit, then you can have me. He thinks he's bait. But why would he think that unless he's a little cuckoo bird? So the guy said he wants her to sign an affidavit and needs to kind of try to make me help pull her over. No, I don't think so. I think I'm a cop, and this is a bad decision, and I'm not going to put my name on the bad decision of a mentally ill man. You think he's the only one that thinks that, Charles? Rowe didn't. Rowan, Officer Rowe. This is going to be hard for me to keep a straight face tomorrow in court. I kid you not. This guy, though, the prosecutor, had plenty of opportunity to save face and come back and say, it was an oversight. Let's file a continuance. And then that'll give me some time to get the information you're requesting here, and I'll get it to you. Never heard back from him. Okay, fine. I've typed up my thing, and I'm alleging fraud. Okay, there's 3 things we saw with my false arrest, with Mike's case, and now here. Perjury by way of concealment of a material fact that could change the outcome of a deciding body, and Brady violations. What are the chances? They're not related. It's a pattern. Then we see the pattern the second time you do it. Not 7 years later, we still can't figure out the pattern. They take something from me, they take something from you. It's not intended to be that way, it just happens to be that way, Mr. Perry. Yeah, he's still just pestering and bothering. And why doesn't she like me? Pull her over, pull her the fuck over, pull her over. Look how many there are. We needed her to go to her storage unit, and they never did. And the guy was, why would she go to her storage unit? Did you want her to just like go in there and look at her shit or what? You don't go to your storage unit unless you need something out of there. Well, we were gonna plant, we have the murder frame up we're trying to do. We were gonna put the murder weapon in there, but she hadn't even been one time, so we can't do that. Won't have her on camera. We gotta fake up evidence. You guys are always faking up or altering evidence, aren't you? This right here, sold her to the Houston realtor. You take something from me, we take something from you, because most victims don't have that kind of information, do they, Charles? You can have me after you sign the affidavit. Oh, sure, he acts like I would, but you're not getting it. I don't want you. You're not bait. That's not even a temptation. If you want to tempt somebody with something, you have to be something they want. You tried with even my granddaughter. You can see your granddaughter if you lie for us and be coaxed to Texas, or we can do more to you. Rain more, terror and horror on your life than we already have. And we got that one too from, you take something from me, and they take something from you. Right? And I'm like, well, first of all, I have to hear that from my son. He's not offered me to see his kid. Second of all, I'm not going to know. Here's the thing. If I never see that little girl, if I never see her in my whole life, one thing is going to happen. She's going to have a life without you in it. Okay? If that means I don't see her so that we can do all this, get all this kind of stuff, I'm busy doing this, and I'm not going to endanger my granddaughter by being around her right now, so be it. Be very careful with what you think you're tempting me with, because most times it just pisses me off. You guys don't even know me. It's funny as hell. You watched me all these years, and look at this. Perry's wedding scam, kidnapped by her family, starve her till she lies. Does that sound like anybody want to date with a guy that does that? He's available. Message us. Send us a private message. Amanda, think about the difference. Like, if she had just parked one garage over, we'd be having a different conversation right now. If she hadn't had 2 sentences, I won that. You're not waitressing, she is. Fine, take me off the schedule completely. Bye. We'd be having a very different conversation right now, wouldn't we? Yeah, but that's what you wanted. You wanted to take something from me. They took something from you. So there's that. So it's always been that way. Started with McNamara email. You got to remember who it is you're talking to. I don't think he understands the words don't. I don't think he understands what they mean. I really don't. I've heard that when you talk to him face to face, there's times when his eyes glaze over and you can tell he has no fucking idea what you're saying. I've been told that. Nursing home, dude. Get a nurse. See all this? We found out before you did it. You take something from me, they take something from you. Mere Puffery. You know where Mere Puffery came from? I actually didn't think of that. Because the typing up of that brief, everybody's sweating it out. When's she going to type something up? Is she going to respond? How come she hasn't responded yet? Well, I said we have to do it at the last minute, so that because they sat there and watched me type it up, and then they'll call the judge and tell the judge what to do. We've got that recorded more than once, Mr. Perry. So you're caught already, just so you know. Not that that means anything to you at all. And so I have to wait till the last minute. So I did. I waited till the last minute and literally typed that brief up in about 20 minutes. Last minute. This afternoon. Got it to the city prosecutor by 5. Looked at the video. Went, yep, just like I thought. He's sitting there waiting for me. Watched just a few minutes of... I already know what I said to him. I don't need to watch that video. Okay, where's the rest? Oh, that's a Brady violation. Okay, there's my argument right there. I don't even I don't even need, when I researched it, Mr. Perry ran all the customers off from Sensations, so I had all this extra time to study the law. Did a lot of legal research, taught myself the law. So you ran my customers off, and then I had to. Then today I'm trying to DoorDash. I don't get any DoorDash orders, so I had time to come back and type up that brief. You run my money, you take some off from me, they take some from you. You run my, you wanted me at the club so you could do your false arrest and your forced coercion affidavit, caused arrest, blah, 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 photo shoot with my family and all this stuff. Had she parked one garage over. Yeah, okay, but then you wanted the waitress to harass me, so she did. And now that, it's like we're looking at how many times you guys tried to do something and you fucked it up. Or just every time you take my money, boy, there you go. The way I just said that was kind of rushed. If you're in this, you're going to know what I'm talking about. If you're not in this, you might be lost a little bit, but I don't feel the need to clarify right now. You're going to have to keep up. I'm sorry. You're going to have to listen to some of the past ones if you don't know what I'm talking about, or ask them. This is Kirkendall. You take some from me, they take some from you. Right? In other words, I wasn't out at the club because the waitress was bullying me, and we're running all the customers off. There's not a lot of money. She's bullying me. And then I had an injury. I had a pretty bad injury, actually, on the pole. I pulled some ligaments and shit. And so, if I pull muscles and stuff, I can still waitress. But since she bullied me out of that, the only thing left is dancing. Well, I can't dance with that kind of injury. So I haven't been out there. And then when I'm planning to go back, my guys call me, don't go. They were just talking about ripping you off the stage, throw handcuffs on you so all the girls can see it and they intimidate everybody. Then make you sign that affidavit, make you do your wedding photo shoot, and haul you off to Houston where they'll kill you in a week. You're not signing that without them killing you because they don't want you popping up later and saying they made me do that. You'll be dead. They've talked about 2 or 3 different ways to do that. One is a cruise ship honeymoon. Oh, yeah. They'll throw you overboard. 2 is you're a floater in the bathtub, like a Whitney Houston type deal. We believe she died of accident. I think she died of accidental overdose, but they could make it look like that, right? And it could be an all-purpose deal. And Perry's famous for making it look like not murder, and it is. But he's getting old and senile, so there's mistakes now. And you take something from me, Mr. Perry. They take something from you, like that. That was Kirkendall. I wasn't supposed to know you did anything in our court, but I do. Now it's Judge Parker. Take something from me. They take something from you. What he said is, you're not to invade her privacy. Don't take her privacy. I don't go out with men unless they can respect boundaries. You don't contact her or her family ever again. Follow the law. Comply with the law. Don't menace. Don't threaten. Don't harass. Don't pester. Don't bother other people. And then she's not to be broke ever again. I can make money. I can make my own money. Get your hands out of my wallet. Every time you cost me money, it costs you. We think that is funny as hell. It's not funny when you need the money, but it's funny that when you take my money, your plans get all fucked up. Because I left the club. You were taking my money. You had, somebody bully and make things hostile. So I left. Otherwise, I'd still be there waitressing. Had you let me waitress and make money waitressing? Even with an injury, I can stay there and do that, can't I? Yeah, but you were intent on bullying me. You had her get all, mean about it. You didn't win that. You're not waitressing. My friend is. And the girl next to me, she looked at me like, holy shit. I cannot believe she just said that. What an asshole. What a fucking asshole. So, yep, you're right. You did win that. I'm going to let you win this battle, and I'm going to win this war. It would have been a very different April had she not said that. 2 sentences. But see, we found out then before what you were doing, not after, right? We got the intel before, not after. So I didn't go, and your plans didn't work out. Again. I would have time to type up that brief quick. Anybody that knows me knows I can crank out a legal brief in an hour. I think that one I did in 20 minutes. So people get all, oh, she didn't file anything yet. She hasn't researched it. You know what? I did a hell of a lot of research night after night in an empty strip club. So I don't need to now. I did it. I've done the research already. You have your MO. All I have to do is look up the same fucking case law and we're good. We're golden. You did the same thing again. Now we just got to we use the same case law I've already studied. Waiting on customers y'all ran off, interfering with commerce and shit. And so all I have to do is pull your same show. They did the same shit again. I'll just pull it and apply it to this situation. Same song, verse 3. Right? Patterns should only take the second time to figure it out. Dumb fuck. You take something from me, they take something from you. I'm going to take her car away. And it's not legal. I'm going to have it towed and sold before she figures that out. And you did. They recorded Calvin talking about, trying to get list price for my car. But the manifold's fucked up, the guy said. So it's good to know now my manifold's not right. I did Google the word manifold because I don't know what the hell that is. I'm not into, barely know how to check my oil. Anyways, this is the Matt Powell thing, Colin. What's our whereabouts? And I guess today, finally somebody said, if to get the information you're asking me to give you, she'd have to hire a private investigator. And so probably I think it's appropriate that you do that and quit calling the cops looking for Cynthia's address. Because it's not sounding well with some people that you're using taxpayer-funded resources for your personal shit. Nope, it's not, Charles. Okay, so here's this. You take some from me, we take some from you. Calvin, Lucius, Beverly, Sanjay, Bencourt, Blankenship, Desiree, Jeremy, Jordan, Reuben, James, Richard, Dickey. Aren't those your people? You take some from me, they take some from you. You're taking my privacy, they take your privacy. Right? All you had to do is leave me alone. Don't take my privacy. I don't like you. There's no chance. Thinking you're a bait speaks to your delusion, and as much as you guys get caught, when he tells you, give it back and get the hell out. And stop trying to bribe her with shit. Give it back what you owe her. And get the fuck out of her life, or I'm going to do it for you. For you to think you have a choice as much as we quote you. Our shrink needs to be hospitalized and sedated. It's that bad. So anybody else talking to him, I'm telling you, because we know some of your friends are in your little. They've tried to explain things to you. You can't do that. You're causing problems for everybody because you keep doing this shit. You got to stop. And you need to understand. Pay attention. We've come to the conclusion that as much as I scream, I don't like you. Get away from me. That he may not understand the words don't know. He may not understand them, really, legit. He might, and he's just being a dick, or he might not. But we do know that we've heard that when you're trying to talk to him, explain something to him, his eyes glaze over, and you can tell he doesn't understand you. You can tell he doesn't know what the hell you just said, and that he's having to have the same things explained over and over and over. It's just not clicking. You just don't get it. You're not getting it. I mean, period. I'm not to be broke anymore, sir. Get your hands out of my wallet. Get out of my DoorDash app. Let it do what it does. Get the fuck out of it. When you take when you take my money from DoorDash or dancing or whatever, we get more. Do you like that? It seems like you do. Because it pisses everybody off that I'm broke. Somebody said the other day, if you listen to her podcast and you her grades, there's no excuse for her to be broke. Absolutely not. She shouldn't be door dashing. Her skill set is much higher than that. Why is she? Leave her job alone. Leave her income. Get the fuck out of her money. There's no excuse for that. You can't make that lie work. It's not believable. We know that that's a majority of how you spend your time. You're either pestering and menacing and bothering and pestering and menacing and bothering and threatening and harassing and pestering and menacing and bothering or you're having a little meeting. How can we make her fail? Right? How can we make that lie work? If we just say, you guys say that a lot, use the word just in front of your lie, does it make it less of a lie? So we got concealment of material facts, and we got Brady violations. Now for a third time. We got the pattern the second time you do it. Why is it taking you 7 years? When you cause me a problem, you get caught. When you contact me, you get caught, told on, because it pisses everybody off. You're still doing that. I should not to. I don't like you, so I'm sorry, but you're not bait. When you cause me to lose an eyelash, Mr. Perry, we get more. It's different when you do it to me, but it's the same every time you do it. I have help. And every time they get something, it's not up to you. You don't decide. They decide. He said, get out of her privacy. Don't contact her or her family again. Any of them. And she's not to be broke anymore. You need to give back what you took and get out instead of trying to bribe her with a house in Houston. Get the fuck off of her, or I'm going to do it for you. And it isn't going to be up to you then either. Okay? I mean, you guys had 6 years to get me to slip up to say who's helping me, and you just didn't. Then you had another 5 weeks, and you fucked that up too. But it's your problem. That's your deal. We even told you 2 or 3 times, here's how you do a sting op. Because we're like bored and shit. This is not even a challenge. I mean, this is a yawn. And you still fucked it up. Well, that's your problem. So, I mean, we got the mere puffery. That actually came from the good fight. I actually did not learn that studying the law in the back. I actually learned that from watching the good fight, that somebody got accused of saying something outlandish. And it's basically, it's an outlandish comment not to be taken literally. You're not to take that literally. I don't know what he was talking about, that if you want to call this an ad, then she can claim mere puffery. And otherwise, it's not an ad. And so, what are you doing? I guess you guys are still talking about the harassment. We're gonna send her home, harass the hell out of her, and then when she tells on us and expresses, I have freedom of expression. So when you're mad that somebody just caused you to work all day and not make a dime, and have to go to court, drop everything you're doing and go to court because they arranged a pullover, or someone to cause you to lose your home or your car, then you're going to call them a fucktard. You're going to call them a lot of names. Fucktard is not the worst you've been called, Mr. Perry. You know, that's what bullies do. They'll like bully and beat and beat and bully and beat and beat. When somebody finally hits back, they're over in the corner pissing themselves, crying like a girl. That's what bullies do. And everybody's like, oh, please. It's very offensive to everybody that you do that. That you're claiming you're the victim. Because anybody with half a brain knows that's bullshit. Sometimes you insult people's intelligence, and that makes us get information because you piss them off doing that. You take something from me, they take something from you, and they're taking it from you to build a case to take your freedom. You're taking my privacy, they're going to take your freedom. You take my reputation. I don't go out with a man unless he defends my honor. Period. I don't go out with a man unless he makes sure I don't miss a meal. Period. People are starting to notice, Mr. Perry, something's wrong if I can't make money. I've always made money. I've always been self-employed. There's very few times in my life that I worked for somebody else. Always made my money. If you make your own money, if you're self-employed, you don't have a nice little salary, a little cushy salary from, Bank One or whatever, whoever you're working with, Target or what. You have nothing when you wake up in the morning. You have no money. Absolutely no money. You wake up in the morning. The only way you have money is if you go work and you go sell and you go do your thing. And then at the end of the day, hopefully you came home and you go, I made $2,000-$3,000 today, or I made $10,000 today. I made there's a day or two I made $20,000-$30,000 a day when I was in medical. So sometimes it just depends on, if you are self-employed, you're your boss. There's nobody to tell you to get up and go to work. Okay, so you really think that DoorDash is the best I can do? Come on with that. Yeah, people are starting to notice something's wrong with your story, in other words. Yeah. You think everybody's as dumb as you. But if, I don't know how many times we can repeat ourselves for you guys to get it. Don't get all shocked and dismayed when I quote you. It's been that way every day for 7 years. Can't you spot a pattern after 7 years? Yeah. Well, here's yours here. Concealment of material facts and Brady violations. So we just typed the same thing we typed up in my civil suits. We typed the same thing we typed up in Mike's motion to intervene. We typed it up here. So it's very hard to believe that you weren't involved in that. Yeah, it's a repeat. It's a pattern. Yeah. Anyways, no, Mr. Perry, you're not bait. Thank you, though. After you sign my affidavit, you can have me. I don't want you. You're the bad thing that happened. You're the bad thing that happened. Everybody just wants you to be gone. Why can't you get that? So what kind of person does that? Like, how off your nut do you got to be to say something like that? After I'm screaming and yelling, I won't go to work because I don't want to sign your affidavit. If you'll sign my affidavit, you can have me. Go. It's like, oh my God, the fuck says shit like that? That's the mindset that we're dealing with. So it kind of makes it so easy. It's not fair. And yeah, people think you're full of crap, and I'm broke, and you're denying you caused it. Nobody believes you. Please, no, I mean, somebody might say that because, like I said, people don't want to argue with you, and you're wasting their time now. I got shit to do, so I'll say what you want to hear. So you'll shut up and get out of my face. I'm not arguing. I'm not wasting my time arguing with you. I'll tell you whatever you want to hear. I've done that many times. You're going to sit here and insult my intelligence? I'm busy. So I'm going to tell you, oh, yeah, I believe you. Bye. Whatever will get me out of there fast. Because I don't want to be bothered with your shit, with your Jerry Springer show. And, I mean, they're telling you that. So I guess that's all. That's a lot of the intel we got today. Because you take something from me, they take something from you. They're using what they take from you to take your freedom, so that you can't take my privacy and my property and my money. Grand larceny with intent to coerce, deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce, interference with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce. So there's 5 weeks of money they added up for me that you've took. Okay? Posing a threat at my work. All right? You know, and some of it may be from what the waitress chick did too. But here's the thing. Had she not said what she said, we'd be having a very different conversation for the month of April, would we not? You wanted to take it. So, you know, you had 6 years in a strip club, and you had everybody in there coming in with their tuna. Here's your canned food. I took your steak. Here's your canned food. Wondering why I would never relax enough to slip up. You can always tell Charles and Dave, those, you can tell their customers, they're cheap, they're weirdo, and they're stupid. They are, all of them. I've not met, I mean, there might be one or two that I thought was kind of cool, but I promise you, they weren't cheap, and they weren't weirdo, and they weren't stupid. Why they were helping Charles, I don't know, but they probably weren't they're probably more periphery type people and not right in the middle of it. Because Charles people don't tip good. They're stupid, and they don't, there was one guy that tipped good, but I don't think he was Charles's guy. I think he was Dave's. And, but he asked a lot of very intrusive, uncomfortable questions. The jewelry guy, here's the jewelry. We're going to, give you jewelry and then starve you. And then when you go try to pawn it, we'll say you stole it. Yeah, I'm not, I think people either steal or they don't. And, he's the one that didn't, I can't come in tonight. I'm so distraught. I needed money. I'm going to work. Do you want to come in tonight? I'm so distraught. My wife is dying. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. And then if she's got cancer, she's dying. I'm all distraught. I can't come. And then they wanted some information. So a few weeks later, I'm getting a text. Are you working tonight? I want to come to the strip club tonight. And I'm like, no, we're actually closed. I'm not. We're closed tonight. So I do a Google. Guess what? His wife died that night. Now, who is so distraught to come when you need money? And when they need information, on the night the wife died, he was so distraught over her. He wants to come in that night. I guess he thought I wouldn't Google it. Like, who the hell does that? Why would you do something like that? So, I don't even have words. I have no words. I don't even know what to say to that. That was the most horrible thing. I thought it was horrible. Anybody normal would think that was horrible. He texts me the night she dies. I'm gonna come in tonight. Can you come? No, we're not even open. I Google the wife dying and is on that date. Is on her obit. Who the fuck does that? Jesus. So, when we get information before, you take from me, they take from you. They're taking from you to build a criminal case, so they take your freedom, and you can't do this crap to me anymore. If you want to use mere puffery, if you want to call this an ad, she can say it's mere puffery. And it's so outrageous, you're not supposed to take it literally, dumb fuck. It's basically what mere puffery is. And so, if you don't want her to use that, then don't call it an ad. How are you calling it an ad anyway? Anyways, what this is a victim of crime reacting normally to an abnormal situation, and I have freedom of expression. That's what this is, and it documents the crime. We document each and every threat as it happens. That's what this is. As far as I know, stalking, human trafficking, coercion, witness tampering, murder, all that's not part of Mr. Perry's legislative duties and not what you need to do to pass the law in Texas. Just like that, is it? Yeah, okay. Gotta sign off.